There's other elements to the sculpture also. There's some pieces of marble that are sort of set around it, and you don't know if those have significance or they're flat places for people to sit down and eat their lunch. You don't really know.
Did I read somewhere somebody thought that maybe they were Braille or something? Does this sound familiar?
There's a Morse code.
That's okay.
There's some actually in the whole thing. There's not just a sculpture, but there's other various rocks and things around, and there's this message in Morse code.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Conceivably be Braille, maybe.
It was the Morse code, not Braille.
Yeah.
I'm totally wrong.
Yeah, but it's more. Well, if it's Morse code though, it doesn't really translate that well because there's a lot of dots in there, which translates to just E's. So maybe it's something else. I don't know.
No, the message is wee.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
But where did that come from? Was that part of the same?
It's part of the same sculpture. Yeah.
Jeez.
But it does make you wonder if maybe people are too fixated on the central piece. Mm-hmm. And that's why he keeps saying, look at the other stuff.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. There's aerial images available out there, and people have, tried to, make any sense out of it from there. And, of course, somebody has actually marked the spot that's marked by those coordinates that are in K2. Mm-hmm. So you can find an aerial where that's marked.
And is it on Langley property? Or
it is. It's actually quite close.
It's on CIE property?
Yeah, they have a Berlin Wall memorial there where they actually brought over several chunks of the Berlin Wall after it got torn down, and they created a monument to that, and it's very close to that.
Well, maybe there's some significance with Berlin.
Berlin clock and all that stuff. And, of course, when this was commissioned and he was doing his work, it was commissioned, I think, before the fall of the wall. But then I believe it was completed after the fall of the wall. So I could totally picture him going back with this momentous thing happening and inserting some reference to, obviously the Berlin clock, but maybe something about the wall, the fall of communism in the Soviet Union and all that stuff. I mean, maybe. But we don't know.
Yeah.
And so there's riddles. He said he's hinted that the solutions to the riddles lead you essentially to another riddle, and that's the riddle. Apparently, to solve these last riddles, you have to actually have access to the CIA. You actually have to solve them on the ground in the CIA. So good luck with that. Yeah. And so there's where it's at. And so any of our listeners out there, if if you go out there and you solve this, then just tell them we sent you. We'd appreciate that, and I'll owe you a Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into our mysteries here. These are more mysteries than theories.
We've been on Mystery 1 for a good little bit here.
Yeah. Mystery 2, are the CIA and the NSA telling the truth, which is to say, they say they haven't cracked K4 and K5 yet.
That seems suspicious.
It kind of does. These guys it kind of makes me mad because we're paying them a lot of money to be able to do this kind of crap. And they can't. And I kind of...
also, they literally do have the trick. I mean, I don't know.
They may have other things that they consider higher priority than solving the art installation.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it really could be. But I don't know. You would think that with all those supercomputers and everything, and I know they've said, at least for public consumption, they have said that they're not devoting any public resource to this at all.
Yeah, people would freak out if they heard that.
I would.
Well, I would. I don't know. I mean, I think if NSA employees have a spare minute or two between decrypting ISIS communications and everything, if they've got a few minutes of downtime and they want to play with this on their supercomputers, I wouldn't.
Yeah, fine.
I don't see a problem. I don't have a problem with that, really. I mean, whatever. It's like it actually. For them, it would be kind of cool to have a nice little break from your day-to-day routine to be able to do something a little different, keep the mind sharp. But yeah, I think they're probably lying. I kind of think that probably at least NSA has broken it.
Well, they're supposed to. I mean, the answer was given to the CIA.
Yeah.
So you imagine that what's the head guy, William
Webster.
Webster, thank you. He probably put it in the safe, and it is probably something that is transferred from director to director. So they know the friggin' answer.
Yeah.
They have to have the answer. So it's not as if they.
Well, somebody. Yeah. I mean. Somebody at the CIA, I mean, maybe those guys are such honorable fellows that they've actually left it sealed in the envelope in the safe for all these years, and they haven't actually pulled it out and looked at it. But
if I've watched X-Files enough, the answer to that is no.
It would be kind of tough to not pull that envelope out and have a look at it.
It'd be almost impossible.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
It really kind of would be, yeah.
So how many more mysteries do we have here?
We got a few more. Mystery number 3, what are the encryption algorithms for K4, K5? And we've already kind of talked about that, so I don't, again, I could
Alphabet soup.
Yeah, it's alphabet soup. But I've already told you what it can't be. It's not rearrangement. It's not just a simple substitution cipher or Caesar shift or anything like that. But there's a lot of other ciphers out there. So anyway,
why does it on here say Pig Latin?
Oh yeah, I tried Pig Latin. That doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah. So no Pig Latin. Our next message is, well, what do the messages say? Well, hell if I know. I mean, I've seen the stuff that's been decrypted, and I don't even know what that means.
Still don't totally understand that. Yeah.
Not really. No, I don't get it at all. But again, this is going to be kind of one of those Da Vinci Code kind of things, where to the ordinary person, it's gibberish. But then, Tom Hanks comes along and says, well, you see.
Why have we not sent Tom Hanks to Langley?
Oh yeah.
He would figure this out in like 2 days.
Oh no, you figure it out in like 30 seconds.
You just glance at it and be like, oh, I know.
But I always loved that in the Da Vinci Code. That's the only one of the series that I've read, and I haven't seen the movie, but I just love it. He goes into the Louvre, and there's a dead body, but before he died, he arranged himself so he's pointing towards this painting, but his left leg is pointing towards that painting. So obviously, Tom Hanks is the guy to figure this one out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and by the way, Dan Brown is apparently a fan of cryptos.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he is, and he actually mentions it apparently in the Da Vinci Code, and he wrote some other book that also mentions it quite heavily too. So
Angels and Demons, probably.
No, it wasn't that one. I can't remember the name of it, but just go out to danbrown.com or something like that, or I don't know.
Google it.
Yeah, you'll find something about that. So our next, and here's the thing. I mean, obviously there's something hidden.
Theoretically.
I don't know if they're okay.
Yeah, so if there is something hidden, well, what is it? And I can see some different possibilities. One of which is treasure.
Nah.
I don't think so.
A little reward, or something kind of humorous, like maybe a secret decoder ring. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
It would.
Hitler's body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another encrypted message. It's like, so you get all the way down there, and there's yet another message that you got to figure out. I mean, it could be. I mean, why not?
There is talk about because of the coordinates and the memorial for the Berlin Wall, or the monument. There is talk that initially it was supposed to go in a place that lined up with those coordinates. This is supposition, of course, but that after he made Cryptos, they changed their mind and moved it to a different location and screwed the whole thing up.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Some peon said, oh, no, it's got to go over here because the contractor will charge us more over there. I don't know why they didn't put it there.
But I don't know why you would have a cipher that directed you to the exact coordinates that you were already standing at.
No, it's according to what I read, the coordinates were not exactly where Cryptos was, but it's near it, and at that near location, that's where the Berlin Wall remnants were supposed to be put. Oh. Because then that would give you the idea of, oh, wait, the word Berlin Wall. Oh, look, I found the word Berlin in the text. That must mean something. Like, I don't know if that's real or not, but I've seen that out there.
Yeah, no, there's other suppositions or theories or that he actually screwed up and he actually was using the wrong map and was off by a little bit, in his coordinates. So there's always that possibility.
Could have been.
I would say though, if the coordinates are the Berlin Wall monument, what I would be doing is I'd be looking for a little piece of faux wall. In other words, go out there to the Berlin Monument and it's like, find the one, the one piece of it that looks a little newer, and maybe the graffiti's in English, instead of German, and say, okay, that's what it is. Pull it out of there, take a sledge to it, see what's inside there.
Yeah, but they will so let you do that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, also, the other thing is that like maybe the treasure is employment at the CIA.
It could be. It's an employment application. Yeah, that would be funny.
And it really could be, to me that, K4 and 5 have been solved, and it literally just says like, hey, contact this person if you can read this.
And the code is Berlin clock.
Yeah, that could be it. And they get a job, and they're sworn to secrecy.
Right.
And maybe that's what it is. That's a good one. I like that one. My favorite, this is my personal favorite, is that it's a tampon. They've got a box with a tampon in it, and that's just my sense of humor. But
I doubt
that'd
it.
be kind
I don't
Really?
think so. Yeah,
I would just love that. There's a big ceremony. They've unearthed a hermetically sealed box, and the TV news crews are there. And they open it up.
A single tampon. Yeah. Why not?
In a velvet-lined box.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is that it actually kind of makes sense. I mean, from in a metaphorical kind of way, because cryptography is about keeping meaning hidden. And if you look at tampons, when you buy a tampon in the store, it's hidden. It's in the box. And when you take it out of the box, well, it's hidden somewhere else. And so
You have done a lot of philosophizing in this episode today.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
well, no, just my usual. I'm the philosopher king. But anyway, that's why I kind of like the tampon idea. But
All
we'll
right,
see.
So, aside from the Philosopher's Stone,
Yeah, or it could just be an uplifting message, like peace on earth or something like that. I hope it's not, but it's always possible that there's something like that.
Yeah, it would be pretty anticlimactic, though.
Yeah, it really would be. That'd be kind of a jerk thing to do. So I'm kind of thinking not. But yeah, I like your theory, Devin, about an employment application. I think that's a good one.
I agree.
Yeah. Contact us.
we have one more mystery.
Well, yeah, mystery number 6. Well, is the mysterious hidden object even still there? Because we've talked about like the Berlin Wall monument and everything being moved to a different place. And what if they did a little re-landscaping? They accidentally dug up the box that's got the tampon in it or whatever it's got.
Or mowed over the peace lilies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops,
Yeah.
nobody will notice on a certain grass seed on top of it.
I mean, really. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Or they're putting in a new sprinkler system, I mean, obviously this is classified where this thing is hidden. So if the guy out there just doing the work doesn't know about it.
Clink, clink.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Quick, bury it.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. There's always a possibility too that it's actually not even buried. I mean, it might actually be one of those hidden in plain sight kind of things. So maybe some CIA employee stole it, and then has it for a souvenir. Maybe Aldrich Ames actually, because he was still working there when Kryptos went up. Remember Aldrich Ames, the famous mole. Maybe he stole it and gave it to the Russians, whatever it was.
And currently it's in Putin's office.
Yeah, or maybe
on his desk.
Yeah, and or maybe maybe the cleaning staff just accidentally threw it out.